Jason Shepard. I'm Spencer Linton. This is BYU Sports Nation live from Studio B. Joining us now on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline, our second guest of the day. He is a volleyball superstar for the second-ranked Cougars, Davide Gardini. Davide, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Thank you, guys. Pretty good. How you doing?
We're doing well.
Doing good.
I do want to bring up something that was discussed during the break, and that is Jason Shepard altering your name. Because, Jason, you've called him at times Dave Garden.
Well, I was Americanizing it and just went from Davide Gardini to Dave Garden. So I asked Davide, I said, so does it get the thumbs up or should I get rid of it? And Davide, you want to make it official on camera what you prefer?
Yeah. We should probably get rid of it. It's not the worst I've heard. It's not the worst one, but it's very American, you know.
Okay, all right. Davide Gardini it is, 100% moving forward.
Shut it down.
It's gone.
Davide with the roof block right there on Jason Shepard.
Yes,
I love it. Okay, we're excited about having some fans back in the Smith Fieldhouse. I can't imagine that you're opposed to welcoming some of BYU Sports Nation back in to watch your games. How do you feel the difference, or what kind of a difference do you feel to make to have even limited fans in the Fieldhouse?
It's amazing. It's a great feeling, you know, knowing that we're going to have some fans back, you know, safe circumstances and distance. It's going to be good. And the Smith Fieldhouse always makes a big difference for us, but when fans are in there, it's just so much better. So, like, the feeling that we get is huge. And, you know, it helps us, and it also makes everything more fun. And that's what we're going for. And last time we played Stanford at home last year, we had like a crowd, like an amazing crowd. I think it was a record for the program or something. So we're excited to have some people back again.
Davide, it goes without saying that obviously a lot has changed in the last year, and everybody's kind of looking back at 1 year ago when sports started to, you know, get pushed aside a little bit and other things were a little bit more important. Where do you feel you have grown the most as a person and as a volleyball player over the last year?
Yeah, I think that during this, like, we've had a very long break. I had a chance to go back to Italy, and it was the first time in my life where I had a chance to actually focus on something else other than volleyball for like an extended amount of time. You know, I still worked on my game a little bit, but I grew some hobbies and I started doing something else, focused on my mental health and a lot of things that I never worked on. And it was a pretty good thing for me. I think I've made a lot of good strides in there. And for the volleyball game, of course, 9 months is a long time to, you know, improve, bring new things into your game. And I've worked on a couple of things, but, you know, even if it's like, looks like a long time, when you're at this level, it takes even longer to like get new skills or improve at something. So it's been definitely like a good part of my life. This year's been like a lot of things were going on, but I liked it.
Davide Gardini with us on BYU Sports Nation, volleyball star for the second-ranked Cougars. In comes Stanford, a program that is almost unbelievably shutting things down. They've got so much tradition and have had so much success. This is the last time they're going to visit Provo. So how are you managing kind of the weird emotions surrounding this 2-game series with the Cardinal?
It's a weird feeling. You know, when we heard the news over the summer, it was like, we're all shocked. It's a sad thing, and we're sad that it's happening right now. But we know that they're coming here, and they want to get away. Like, they have nothing to lose, and they have a very good team, scrappy players, good players. So it's gonna be tough for us. You know, they're coming hot, and it's gonna be a fun game for sure.
Let's focus on your team. Where do you feel that you guys have gotten better since game 1 to now? Where's the biggest improvement been?
I think we trust each other a lot more. Last year we were doing very good at that, but then over the break, you know, we bring back all of the guys, but it doesn't mean that the things are going to stay the same. So we had to work on building some more trust again. And the first couple of games, we struggled with that. In some plays, we could see that we were not trusting each other in seams and in certain situations. But like after a couple of games, we started seeing that, you know, it's coming back, and it feels so much better when you know you trust the guy next to you to make a good play and he trusts you. That's what we need to bring back, and that's what's going to make us a good team again, like a great team.
No doubt about it. Davide Gardini on BYU Sports Nation. If it's not trust, what is the biggest strength of your team right now?
I think we are serving and passing very well. For sure. Those are the big things for us right now. And blocking is something that we've been always very good at. And this year we are good, but not as good as we can be. So, it's something that we're working on. And when we bring that to the next level, we are going to have serving, passing, and blocking at a high level, and that's going to make a difference.
Okay, so during this whole interview, I've noticed something, and I debated whether I should ask about it or not. So in the background, I see a poster of Tom Brady. Okay.
Yeah.
So does that mean that you're a Tom Brady fan, or are you a Patriots fan?
Neither. I mean, honestly, more like Tom Brady fan, but I'm a fan of what he represents, like what he's done in his career, like his personality, like everything that he's done is something that I admire a lot. So I don't necessarily understand or like football that much, but just him as as an athlete, he did something amazing. So he reminds me of that when I look at the poster.
Not a bad role model for sure. He just re-signed for another year of football, by the way, this morning. 4 years?
4-year deal. He re-signed this morning for 4 years to stay with Tampa Bay.
He's going to play until he's 50, we're pretty sure. So, Davide, are you going to be the first international volleyball star that goes until you're 50?
And volleyball is a tough sport. I don't know if you can get to 50 jumping with all of those jumps. Probably not.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Let's focus on the rankings for a moment. BYU opened the season #1. You had the target on your backs. You're at #2 right now. As you mentioned, playing better volleyball. You trust each other more. You're serving and passing better. How much do you use getting back to that #1 ranking as motivation for BYU?
It's something that fuels us for sure. We want to get back up there. We know we deserve that spot. We know that if we play the way we know we can play, we're going to be up there. So it's in the back of our mind, but at the same time, we're not trying to focus on that. Like at the end of the day, it matters what we do in May at the tournament. So being #1 when we get there is going to be good for us for sure. But what matters is to have a really good high-level volleyball, having a good team together. So we're not too much focused on that right now.
Well, and look, I think this is, I'm sure, what played into why you wanted to come to BYU. But when you look at what this program does year in and year out, it's always in the mix every single year. What is that like to know that every single year you're going to have an opportunity to play really deep into the postseason?
I mean, that's the best feeling. That's why all of us are here. Like all of the international guys that came here, we're here because of that. And it doesn't just come like all of a sudden. Like we worked hard for that in the off season and year in and year out. So it's a good feeling knowing that at the end of the day we are gonna be up there working, like fighting for a national championship. And man, BYU's been close a lot of times, and we know we have like the guys to finish it this year, and we just gotta really work hard for that because we want it.
Davide, undoubtedly BYU volleyball is full of stars with Gabi Garcia-Fernandez, yourself, Zach Eschenberg, Will Stanley. But I do want you to give a shout out to maybe the one teammate you feel deserves some more credit that's a little bit in the shadow of so many big hitters. So who's the guy that deserves more credit on your team right now?
I think there are two guys that are always a little overlooked, and Mickey and Mitch. Both of them are doing something that, Mitch is a libero, so not everybody sees like the hard work that he puts in and how much he means to us. But he's an amazing player. He's done so much for us, and we love him. So I think he deserves a little more love, And Mickey is another guy that, he doesn't get that many kills. So at the end of the day, when people look at the sheet at the end of the game, they're just But the touches that he gets blocking wise, the energy that he brings, his serve, the defense that he plays as a middle are all like good things that we need. And we wouldn't be where we are without Mickey and Mitch as well.
Davide, I'm just going to say it. You would dominate Tom Brady in volleyball. And I would pay good money to see it, man. So we'll see if we can't line something up with Tom.
It'd be nice. Yeah, thank you guys. Hook me up.
Hey, let's give you some BYU Sports Nation karma for the matches against Stanford. And we appreciate you, man. Got a great attitude. Good to see that smile on your face, and we're happy to be watching BYU volleyball in the Smith Fieldhouse.
Thank you so much, guys.
You got it.
Cooks.
Davide Gardini on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, you know why, we show how.